Hi everyone, welcome to my July tour of the garden. Now it really isn't a perfect garden right at this moment. We have had rain non-stop throughout July, so it is a bit of a battered garden, I'm afraid. This is the first day in July I've had a chance to do a video. Like I say, just about every single day it has rained. This is the first day we've had the whole day without any. And we've had some nice blue skies. I just wanted to show you. The hostas have been flowering. I'm a bit bashed by the rain. I have lots of dandelions growing. I've not had a chance to come out and do anything because of the rain, so it's pretty been left to its own devices really. Strawberries, we had plenty of strawberries. That hosta's flowering nicely. It's a bit protected from the house and the tree fern. My herb bed is battered. Poor thing. Ferns. The rose, it's been flowering lovely, but its heads were just broken off by the rain. Just wanted to show you this fern that's popped up on the side of the house. There's Buddy. We go down the path. The rhubarb's done very well, and it's a bit battered and bruised. Another rose, got some new heads on it. Again, its flowers were just blown off by the wind and the rain. This is bergamot, bee flower, so is it called? It's gorgeous. Planted it last year. It's done really well this year. Not the only thing that's like the rain. Oh no, there's a few plants that have like the rain, but I've got great willow herb flowering away. Just step back. We've got some daisies flowering. We've got the hydrangea at the back there, mixed in with the ferns. It's doing quite well. Some more daisies at the back of the apple tree. Blackberries. Some things have done really well with all the rain. I've only just trimmed this mint and it's grown again, it's flowering. Apple mint, pineapple mint. It's Buddy. The canna's just started flowering. There's some flower. Yarrow, the verbena bonaris, crocosmia. Tree leeks have done quite well, even with all the rain. Seem to like it. Huge head on that one. We've got lots of blackberries. Goes all the way back there. Show you around the dry bed. It's not so dry at the moment. Still okay though. The feverfew has gone to seed. The fennel's doing quite well. You can see all that. Flower heads have just started to come out. It doesn't really like being too wet, but it's not doing too badly. And rain's battered my poor mint. I just need to come out and chop that, but it's first day today. I've been out in the garden. There's a lot of work to do still. Chop it all down. There's new growth down there, so it should be okay. The canna's done really well. Nice flowers coming. Again, they're not looking the best. They've been battered by the rain. Lots of, as you can see there. Bees in the flowers, some flowers. How cute. Little bees. And I've got the pom plants. Forget-me-nots still flowering nicely. Got some plants starting to flower there. Should be fully in bloom in August. The water mint is sort of took over the backy shower. I've got irises growing, not yet flowered. I showed you this last time in the last one. It's got the female flowers and the male flowers. How pretty are they? The fish. That one here. The crocosmia is looking gorgeous. The fuchsia, autumn fuchsia, isn't looking too brilliant at the moment. It's been too wet for it, but it's just starting to flower. We've got the rose that's lost all its heads. Got to come out and deadhead that later. the yarrow. I don't know if you can see that. That's the yarrow. Verbena. This bed normally looks beautiful, but again it's a bit battered by the rain. The salvia needs deadheading. That should come back and give me some more flowers throughout August and come out and deadhead that. The dahlia, it's grown quite a bit. Again, it's been covered by all the other plants because they've all got crushed by the rain. These look gorgeous when they flower. They have little tiny flowers all the way around each ball. Sure we'll see them in the August video. We have got some pears on the tree. I can't see them. The Hypericum has turned its flowers into berries. They're really pretty, don't they? Tomatoes are still flowering. Can you see them? This bed isn't doing very well at all. I don't even know if you can make anything out. Crocosmia in it again. Again, that's been knocked over by all the rain. It's a bit of a wild area in here. Some ferns. I missed a lot of things flowering with the rain. Another hydrangea. Just started to flower. And Fatsy has enjoyed the rain. You can see it better from around the other side. That's done really well. And we've got apples starting to fruit. You can see them. Now we'll go down the path if we can get down. We've got the salvia. It's sprawled across the path. The magnolia's done quite well. The bean tree. Excuse the two pumps, filters for the fish pond. We're making a new filter fish pond. So I've got two filters sitting around. One over there as well, forgot to mention it. Fish pond from the other side. And same with the pepper. Our vegetable bed, this is the first time I've used this as a vegetable bed. If you watched the previous June video, I used to have a a chicken coop here. So it's first time growing here. It's done okay. The celery has done amazing. In fact, it's all the way along here. And I planted some in the cracks of the path. You can see that. You can see. Just popped them in the cracks of the paving stones. And they've actually done really well. But the leeks are doing okay. I need to pile some soil around the bottoms of the celery and the leeks. Hopefully we'll have some dry weather tomorrow and I'll be able to get that done. Poor cotton lavender's been battered a bit. Blueberries are done okay. And we've got some courgettes growing, but I haven't had any yet. It's not really been sunny enough to give me any at the moment, but there is some starting. I've got the perennial kale at the back there. And obviously the blackberries doing quite well. The beans, French climbing beans, have just started. So they're doing okay as well. Crocosmia, that's been flowering away. One thing that has done really well are the sunflowers. They're all the way up there. Some there. Some there. Some there. I'll take you down to the greenhouse. That's my little bench where we've got rocket, wild rocket. This is where I grow some of my herbs, parsley. Patio gone to flower. I just put things up here that are going to flower. Rocket, some seeds there. More celery. It's just seeded. Some ferns, self-seeded themselves. They will be going in the garden. Another little fern there, self-seeded. Oh, and this is the Caucasian spinach, the perennial spinach. This has done really well, this one here. I only planted it a couple of months ago. It's growing up there, some there. This one's doing okay. I'm doing a video on the Caucasian spinach. I planted it in a few different places, see how it grew. Some down there, some around there. Blackberries. It's a garlic head. Gone to seed. More celery and leeks. Tree spinach. I've done a video on tree spinach. You can take a look at if you're interested. Parsley. Coriander, going to seed. More coriander to throw in. More parsley. A lemon tree. It's been outside through all the rain, and it's doing okay. There's some lemons on it. And down there as well. It's not done too bad. It's the greenhouse. Got my ginger. First time growing ginger. I just grew it from some ginger at the supermarket. I'll do a video on that as well. Tomatoes, tree spinach, cucumbers. They do actually grow all the way across the ceiling, and they get going. One's going the wrong way. I've got lots of cucumbers. Tiny ones and bigger ones. Oh, sorry. Bigger ones there. Tiny ones. Bigger ones. The cucumbers do really well in the greenhouse here. They don't like it too hot. I have to come in and spray the leaves so I don't get powdery mildew normally. But because it's been so cloudy and rainy, I've not needed to do that. So it's a bonus, I guess, from all the rain and cloud. Tomatoes don't enjoy it too much. Obviously they need the sun to ripen. I had some pesky tomato caterpillars on the tomatoes, which I've done a video on. Tomatoes. Tomato growing across the ceiling. Oh. More tomatoes. This is what the caterpillars were on this one. Still got lots of tomatoes on there. And that one as well, the caterpillars are on there. But it's doing okay. Tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. Some leeks that I've not had a chance to put anywhere. Basil growing nicely. Peppers, chilies. Peppers, chilies. I really should have come out and repotted these, and I did come out and do a few, but not all of them. Some more Caucasian spinach that I'm leaving in the greenhouse, see how it goes. See how big it gets in the greenhouse. If it enjoys it, I could grow some in the greenhouse. Some baby tears, that's for the battery shower. It's growing nicely. There's a tiny little plant a few months ago. It's growing quite nicely. More basil, chilies, house leeks. See them babies? More tomatoes. More tomatoes. Kale that I need to plant out. Some perennial broccoli, not doing too brilliantly. I've not had a chance to plant it out yet. Hopefully it'll perk up when it goes in the garden. Spider plants. spider plant up there as well. Sending all its babies out. Tree spinach, mustard, carrots, more tomatoes, good King Henry, that's doing really well. It's an edible. I've just repotted it from a tiny pot and it's done really well. Took quite well. I'll do another video on that as well. That's an edible. I don't think it's as nice as the Caucasian spinach, but I've not tried it yet. Leaving it to grow for a while. Magnolias, chilies. Show you. And then we're back round to here. The raspberries, we've had loads of raspberries. I've filled the freezer up with raspberries. Summer fruiting, and now we're on to the autumn fruiting. I've tidied them up. Some of them are battered and falling down. I've had to stand a lot up with canes. Next year I'm going to make a new frame as the frame's rotten. I had to come out and do a quick repair in the rain and sort it all out. But yeah, I've got lots of raspberries coming. More raspberries. Some raspberries. Fuchsia. It's raspberries all the way down there again. And red currants, we've had lots of red currants, that's just finished now. Plum tree. There's a few plums on there. It's going all grey now. More raspberries. It's very shady around here. Spinach. Perennial kale. Perennial broccoli. Babies. Egyptian walking onions. Rocket. Perennial. Broccoli again. Buddy. Buddy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. More Caucasian spinach, some strawberries, everything's looking, normally at this time of the year it's looking at its best. And I know everyone has had strange weather this year with the heat in some countries. We've just had rain. But normally everything's full and blooming, but just not been able to get out and do much. Wild rose, just training it to grow up the chicken fence. Stinging nettles have done really well. The shady woodland area is not too bad. Go into the chicken area. chickens are waiting to be let out. Yeah, lots of blackberries. Bay trees taking over. The rose again, quite battered from the rains. It is coming back though. I've got to come out and chop all the old heads off. Excuse the curtain, it stopped the chickens eating the broccoli. Some climbing rose up there. It's doing okay. Again, these dead headings, the heads were blown off. The roof's a bit wild, as you can see. Nigella, the poppies have all gone to seed. Our feverfew. My Christmas tree. Raspberries have done really well with all this rain. Lovely. More feverfew. It's not looking very good around here. Watermint. That's where all the snails, water snails, live. A poor perennial broccoli, and it just grew wild up around here with all the rain we've had. I really need to come and tidy up. We had lots of strawberries, lots of raspberries. It's doing the rain. They did really well. The Virginia creeper's starting to flower. Yes, so welcome to my not so perfect garden. Thank you for watching again. I've done a June video, which was probably a bit more informative. I just wanted to show you the difference that all the rain can make, and the garden's not used to it, or the gardener isn't used to it. I hadn't staked plants enough. There's not really any need. The past few years we've had really hot summers, so I grew the garden for the hot summers. Now it's just been tons of rain this year. I've had to do makeshift supports for the plants to stop them getting beaten down. And I'm going to cut some of the roses right back at the end of the year if we have another summer like this year. Hopefully they won't get so battered. It's the one up the tree. It's not doing too bad. Again, it needs pruning. Because there's been lack of sunlight, and this being a shady garden anyway, things have gone quite leggy. I hope they don't get too damaged by the frost. It's the olive tree in the winter. Have to watch out, see whether we need to cover the plants up a bit more. The olive tree's got lots of little olives on it. It's surprising that some of the plants that you didn't think would do too well with all the rain have actually done really well. I like the yuccas and the olive tree. The yuccas, there's a little yucca down there. That's done really well. Better than it did last year with all the heat we had last year. And the sunflowers are enormous already. And they're right up there. They've got to be 10, 8, 9 feet. And then other things just got destroyed. Especially the roses. The roses, the 4 rose heads, just got destroyed. This is my bush rose here. And that was full of blooms. They've just been battered and blown off. Hopefully they'll come back. Hopefully we'll have a nice August. Fingers crossed. I'm really surprised about the house leek. The tree leek being outside in all this rain. It's done really well. It's had one bashed here, which I'll probably cut off and repot as a baby. And the cordylines, they've really come back from the frost damage they had. These fresh heads need the old leaves removing, tidying up a bit, which I'll do. And you'll hopefully see the difference in August as long as we have some nice weather. And this yucca in this pot, with all the rain and being in a pot, it's done. There's a few heads in there. It's done really well, and it's been covered by bramble as well, the blackberries. Maybe it's the blackberries. So some tidying up to do. I guess it's not that bad. Some pruning needed, some deadheading. I've managed to stake some plants up today. There's another little bee. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you next month. The garden's a bit more tidier. Fingers crossed. Yeah, these pots were flooded out. These have been flooded out. A lot of the plants that were in them have died. These have been full of water. These are normally full of flea bane, but it's just a puddle to take all the compost out and redo them. Spinach around here, and it normally likes being around here in the shade, but not this year. So lots of tidying up to do. I'm harvesting the blueberries, blackberries and blueberries. Hopefully I'll have it all tidied up for August. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Thanks. Bye. Bye.